State laws make all the difference because of the value of the public education that occurs after we pass it. Yes, we need to enforce, and yes, we do. But the vast majority of the public benefit is from the education process that takes place after we pass a law. Before seatbelt laws were in place across the country, this is a national statistic, about 14% of Americans use them. Afterward, about 61%. Here in Iowa, we know that that percentage is much higher. I think the Governor's Traffic Safety Council has statistics anywhere between 3/4 and 80% seatbelt compliance in Iowa. Iowa is not leading the way. We are not the first to try to address texting while driving. There are 19 other states in the District of Columbia who have passed similar legislation that bans texting for all drivers. Novice drivers are banned in 9 states, spread throughout the country. Mr. President, as my good friend Senator McCoy said during the subcommittee and committee hearings on this bill, public opinion is in, texting while driving is out. Here's the elements of the bill that achieves the goal. Section 1, well, essentially the bill is before you as it was amended in committee. The DOT cannot consider texting as an offense for suspension. A text message is defined as a text message, instant message or IM, or an email. Under the bill that's before you, a driver may not write or send a text message, instant message, or email while driving the motor vehicle unless they completely stop off the roadway. There is nothing in the bill before you that prohibits reading a text message or raising your phone to read any other thing that you may want to look at. A person may use a GPS, Garmin device, directions on how to get to where you're going. Those are common today. And a person may also use a voice-operated or hands-free device to allow them to text and for any other functions. A person may also select and enter a telephone number for placing a phone call. In the bill before you, local jurisdictions may not create laws on writing or sending a text message, but they had freedom to do local ordinances in other areas related to cell phone usage. You will see an amendment that was adopted by the House as a conforming amendment here in the Senate that will preempt local jurisdiction on cell phone laws. That amendment's forthcoming. Peace officer may not confiscate a mobile electronic device under this new law. The violation is a simple misdemeanor. Schedule fine of $30. By the time you add court costs, a citizen of Iowa who's caught texting while driving could potentially pay about $100. This does not require a court appearance. The violation is not a moving violation. Officers will only issue warnings from July 1st, 2010 to June 30th, 2011. So there's a phase-in period, public education period, where our drivers can begin to learn about this new law and comply without a financial impact. While this is occurring, the DOT, in cooperation with the DPS, Department of Public Safety, will establish educational programs to foster compliance. If you cause harm while you're texting and driving, the penalties are higher. A violation causing serious injury, there may be a penalty of up to $500 and suspension of the driver's license for 90 days or less. A violation causing death, at least as this code addresses it, is a fine of $1,000 and up to 180 days in jail. A violation under this proposed new change may not be used to determine habitual offender status. Mr. President, that's the reason for the bill. That's the elements of the bill to achieve that goal, and that concludes my opening remarks, and I'd be happy to answer any questions if there are any.